Sorry, ladies and gents, I'm late. 5 minutes late. I was grabbing a glass of wine. Sorry. Apologies. Sis, my bad. How's it all going though? Are we all alright? So I didn't stream yesterday because I went out to dinner. If you don't follow me over on Instagram, you wouldn't have seen, or Twitter actually. I sent it out on Twitter as well. So check that. It should be down in the description box. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, it's actually in the description box. Follow me on both of those platforms. But I didn't stream yesterday. But hey, look, we're kicking off the new year with a stream. Just hanging out, ladies and gents. I'll turn my music down. Just hanging out. As we do. Why not? This is actually a very big glass of wine. Because this is the last of the bottle. This was sent to me courtesy of a Hoppy Ending for Christmas. Via the PO box, which is in the description box as well. How are we all anyway? Do you have a good new year? Is anyone absolutely hanging out their arsehole? I am not. I had like, what did I have? I had 2 glasses of wine with a meal, and that was it really. So I didn't really drink, to be fair. But yeah, I thought I'd drink now. So fuck it. Why not? How are we? There's a fat glass of wine. Donovan Bradford. Yeah, it is. Yeah. In a no stem vine glass. It's very nice. I know I had this before. It's Apotheca Red. It's a wine I've seen advertised quite a lot actually, but never actually had. But again, courtesy of a Hoppy Ending, shot that out over on the PO box, which is great. Also, ladies and gents, you think it's just me. It's not. You're wrong. We've got Jasper too. Jasper. Hey, puppy. Love you. Love you, mate. He's tired. Very clearly, he's tired. You okay? You alright? Good, but you're sleepy. Anyway, there we go. You've seen Jasper. Everyone always asks, what's happening with Jasper? There he is. He's there. Oh. Will Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 4 happen? Probably not. I don't think he wants to do that. Who knows? Selby says, quiet one for me due to having COVID. Please gave me the chance to catch up on a lot of your videos. Keep up the good work. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Doing well. Fireworks are plenty in Brighton to kick off the New Year's. Oh, God, I bet there is. Yeah, in Brighton especially. Andrew Latham. Happy New Year. Sorry, your video got censored. Yeah, that was a bit shit. Yeah, so my Maxwell video got censored. Which is a bit of a bumhole, but never mind. Wartooth, my new landlords have decided to evict my child and I for the new year. Not over non-payment or anything negative, just the simple fact they like my house better than the other side of duplex. What? Just the simple fact that they like my house better. Or they want to move into your house. Your landlords want to use your house. What? I'm so confused. That's garbage, though. Ash Rail says, "Ah, damn, I'd have watched that." Oh, no, it's still there. They censored it by demonetizing it, which means, like, you wouldn't have been notified of it, right? Like, I released it yesterday. Barely anyone's been notified of it. So that is... yeah, it's a way of censoring. So they demonetize it, you don't earn any money. The money's obviously a bit of a ball ache because you spend your time on something. But that's not the main thing. The main thing is the fact that once it becomes demonetized and in that sort of weird pool of sort of censorship, no one gets notified of it, which is the real pain in the ass. When is the beard coming back? I don't know. Have I seen the Northman trailer? I have, and I've done a video on it as well. I released that a while back, actually. About two weeks ago, I think now. Literally the day it came out, I did a video on it. In fact, that was actually before Christmas, wasn't it? Daniel McGregor says, Happy New Year, Mr. H and Lord Jasper. 2021 sucked at points. Blackfields and Breaking Lights were highlights. Here's to 2022. Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. In fact, yeah, my 2021 was a weird one. 2022's got off to a really shit start as well. Like a really shit start. I'm not in a particularly good mood. But never mind. We'll chin up and we'll strive on for you kind ladies and gents. Andrew Latham says, Mr. H, am I going to do more videos like the Maxwell one? I thought it was bloody good. Yeah, I do plan to. Lloyd Lester, any news plans for the channel in 2022? So I did a big video yesterday explaining all this stuff for 2022. So yes, yeah, there will be some plans moving forwards. Adrian Ith says, Happy New Year, working all this weekend. Glad to catch a stream. Greetings to Lord Jasper. Yes, Lord Jasper is the best. Love him. Zachary Skulls. Hey, Mr. H, this year I got Christmas Eve and day off. And then I had this whole week off because of the snow. And I had New Year's Eve and day off. I'd say that's pretty good. Yeah, goddamn, that is pretty good. Wow. We won't be getting a Friday the 13th anytime soon. Iron Wolf, did you not watch my video on the Friday the 13th lawsuit and the rights? No? Because that will probably explain that we won't be getting one anytime soon. And there's pretty extenuating circumstances as to whether we would get a movie or not. Mark and Varyn says, Mr. H, what do you think of the idea of Sam Raimi directing Batman Arkham Asylum movie? Hate it. Hate that idea. Sam Raimi's fine. He's not the be-all and end-all. If you've seen movies that he's produced, right, not just directed, but movies that he's produced, some movies that he's personally put his name behind, he's actually quite hit or miss. So no, don't like the idea of him doing a Arkham Asylum film. Happy New Year's H from Night King. Says currently reading the Sicilian, great addition to the Godfather canon and one of Mario Puzo's best books. Check it out. I will, yeah, I'll have to check that out. Sean Cornwell, Happy New Year, Mr. H. Thank you to everyone sending super chats. Really appreciate it. Have I watched the Sandman fan film, 24 Hour Diner? I've not, actually. Amazing piece of work, worth a watch, much like Predator Dark Age. I'll have to check that out. Yeah. Martin Stallard dropped in with £2 and says, Happy New Year, Mr. H. Happy New Year to you too. Dude, I now have the hiccups. Fuck, that's really annoying. That's really annoying. Nick has just told me Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, good relaxing game. Really? On PC? That's hilarious. Oh dear, that's gold. Car Mechanic Simulator. Yeah, it's on PC. Alright. I might have to check that out. That'd be good fun. Right, anyway. Justin A, hair on point as usual. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Any movie I'm especially looking forward to? The Batman. I know I'm in the somewhat minority. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Batman. Lil Sweet Lynn says, H, do you have any concerns about the toxic Snyder cult still continuing with their pathetic Restore campaign and any effect it will have on the release of the Batman in March? They're nuts, frankly. No, it won't have any effect. At all. It will have no effect at all. People give individuals like that way too much credit. Like, people give me too much credit. People have said I've, like, single-handedly destroyed a movie. Like, are you fucking insane? Of course I haven't fucking destroyed a movie, dipshits. So, yeah, no. Yeah, they won't be able to do anything to the Batman at all. Not possible. No, I'm not looking forward to Scream. I don't care about Scream. That movie, it looks fine. It looks honestly a bit like a scary movie. The scary movie films. So yeah, no, I'm not particularly bothered about Scream, which I know is kind of blasphemy to some people, but whatever. Do I think Doctor Strange 2 will be a commercial success? Yeah, because it's actually coming off hot off the heels with No Way Home. So I think it will, just on that premise. Ah, interesting question. What did I think of the RoboCop 2014 remake? Like, it was fine. It wasn't amazing. It was fine. Wasn't you know? It wasn't utterly awful, but it wasn't, it wasn't good. But it wasn't terrible either. Like, you're comparing it to the original every time you see stuff happening in it, so it's a difficult one to do, really. But like, I think like if you were to view that as a movie, not as a remake, but as a movie which wasn't a remake and was just a new movie. If you're looking at it through the lens of just a brand new movie, like, it's paid by numbers and stuff like that, but it would be like a serviceable popcorn flick, right? But I think a lot of people hated on it because they're comparing it to the original, which is rightfully so, because it's a remake, right? But, like, it's not utterly atrocious. It's not great either, but it's not utterly atrocious. I didn't know there was a sequel greenlit for it. Jesus. Andrew Latham. Mr. H, topical one. What do you think of Tony Blair getting a knighthood? Nah. Conservative leader Boris Johnson should have blocked that one. Why did he approve of that bollocks? What a fucking pile of shit. No. No, just once again proving that he's not a conservative. Awful, 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 awful stuff. Never mind. Ryan, did I hang out with anyone last night? Yes. You keep asking that question. It's not much of an interesting question, my dude. But yeah. So for those that don't know, Tony Blair got a knighthood. In the Queen's Honours list or whatever it was. Ridiculous. Mr. H, have you seen the Harry Potter 20th anniversary special on HBO Max? Does the UK get the series? Thanks. Series? No, I don't know. I've not seen any of it. Super Billy sent $2. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, my dude. Nice to have you on. Nice to have everyone on. Any news on the Highlander reboot? I keep hearing rumours. No confirmed news at this point in time. Betty White, 17 days shy of 100th. R.I.P. Sorry, Betty White. 17 days shy of her 100th birthday. Yeah, but I mean, bloody good innings, right? Like, people, yeah, sure, like R.I.P. and stuff like that. But goddamn, like, it lasted a long old time. Being alive for that long, that's good going. I'm not sure whether, I'm not sure whether I would want to be alive till I'm 100. Quite frankly, like, you become you become a bit of an invalid, right? I'm not saying she was an invalid, but generally speaking, you do become a bit, a bit of an invalid. So I don't think I would want to live till I'm 100. I think that becomes a pivot point where life becomes, worse than death in terms of age. But yeah, I mean, good innings. Loads of people, I guess, sure, like RIP, absolutely. But again, like I say, at a certain point, the pivot comes over. Life is worse than death at a certain point. Blake says, Mr. H, other than what you have on your Mr. Hate reviews, what are some other guilty pleasure bad movies? Good question. I'd have to really think about that, Yeah. I'd have to really think about that. I'm not nothing pops into mind right now. Cisco H says the DCEU community is in shambles right now after these leaks. The Flash film was going to break us more than Matrix 4. Yeah, the Flash film sounds odd. Sounds really odd. What's this? Lil Dark says, I'm not too sure you would want to be dead if you're 99. Why wouldn't you? Like, at a certain point, you live too long. You're like, Jesus, no, like, just go. Mark and Baron says, Mr. H, do you want to get cremated or buried? Ugh, God, we're going down a rabbit hole with this shit, aren't we? I know it's a weird question, but yeah, if we are going towards this discussion of death and old age, we're not going towards this discussion of death and old age. But do I want to be buried or cremated? I don't know. I think it depends on whether I've got a family or not. So if I've got a family, I'd want to be buried. If not, then cremated. You know, you'd want a point. You'd want a point at which people can come and visit, you know, pay their respects as a family, you know. But if you don't have a family, then cremated. It doesn't really matter. Who the fuck cares? You know, you're dead. No, if you've not got a family, very few people are going to give a fuck that you're dead. Like, well, that's my perspective of myself. It's not my perspective on anyone else. FYI, it's just my perspective on me. I just realised how harsh that sounds. But just to throw that out there, if I had a family, I would imagine they would probably care, so that I would want to be buried. So of a point at which they could come and pay their respects. If I don't have a family, I think very few people are going to give a fuck that I'm dead, basically. So then I'd have my ashes scattered. Fuck's sake. Gino says, Mr. H, Matrix 4 could have been saved. I think gone back to what Animatrix did and delved into different time periods. What do you think? Well, it wouldn't be Matrix 4 then, would it? You're talking about a complete rewrite. But yeah, I agree. Like, I agree. You know, a completely different movie would have saved that film. Is basically the brunt of what you're saying. And I agree with that. K Stoneside dropping in with the big bucks. $20. Thank you so much. Says, one of my favourite things about your channel are your narrations. Have you heard of The Willows by Algernon Blackwood? It's a horror novella said to have scared Lovecraft himself. Would love to hear your reading of it. I have never heard of that. How old is that? Because at a certain point it becomes public domain. So then I can actually do it freely. So I'd have to check that out, actually. I've never, honestly, never heard of that. So that's fascinating. That is fascinating. I'll have to check that out. We've got 255 people, but not even 200 likes. I think you're letting the side down, ladies and gents. Let's smash that like button like you would something that you'd smash. I normally do corner shop ho, but, you know, there's women that turn up to these things now, and I don't want to be, you know, overtly misogynistic, I guess. The villain says member for the villain does not say member for 7 months. He's been a member for 7 months. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. I just binge watched Cobra Kai season 4. I've heard middling things about that. Right, Samuel John sent 5 Australian dollary dues. It says, hi Mr. H, have you watched Jimmy Reese, an Australian comedian? Check out his New Year's video. It said, I've never even heard of him. I'll have to check him out. Super Billy says, after the critical commercial disappointment of Eternals, would MCU ever attempt another risky venture that deviates from established formula? Well, see, the formula was the same. The formula was the same, but it just didn't land. I don't think. And yeah, like I think they will continuously still do that for sure. Sam Webb, mate. I wouldn't do that today, mate. I'm drinking, you little cunt. Probably not a good idea to piss me off today, because my patience is not that fucking good, you stupid little cunt, alright? probably not the best. Read the room, you fucking bellend. Why don't you, rather than spamming, you little dipshit, why don't you actually just write out a comment? And I tell you what, how about this, Sam Webb, you little cunt? Why don't you come on Skype? We'll have a Skype call live for everyone to hear how much you hate me. How about that? Come on. You fucking little dipshit. Come on. No, you don't want to? Well, you're a pussy then, aren't you? You fucking little dipshit. Fucking moron. The worst thing you could possibly do is irritate someone. Well, one, irritate a British person. A British person that's a good comprehension of the British language, especially whilst drunk. You're an absolute douche canoe. I'll smack you down just with language. You'll fall apart like a paper bag in the wind. Come on, let's go on Skype. You talk to me on Skype then, you little dipshit. Come on, let's go on Skype. No, you don't want to. You're a pussy, really? Ah, what a coward. What a coward. King Pikachu. Why are you chiming in as well, you fucking little dipshit? What's wrong with you? Where have you just come from, King Pikachu? Are you the same person? Are you working this on 2 different computers? Wow. Yeah, you're brilliant. Love it. Utterly fantastic. There you go. Mark and Varron. King Pussy Chew. Yeah, it sounds about right. Oh, what's this? Big Knock Cheetown. Who would win between the Blob versus the Thing? Also, did you what? Transformers Rise of the Beast coming out. Did I know Transformers Rise of the Beast? Yeah, yeah. Transformers Rise of the Beast is going to be an interesting one, I think, to be quite honest. I don't like the cars that they've got there going on now. Oof, some of the cars. They've got like an R33 GTR. Awful body kit. Utterly atrocious. Horrendous looking car. Looks fucking so bad. But it'll be interesting to see what happens with it for sure. Nick Burns says, accept the red pill and continue to expose mainstream media. Is it MMS? Yeah, mainstream media. And fight this bullshit establishment. Big tech is absolutely the enemy. And voices like yours are needed more than you could believe. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, 100% will do. Sure. I mean, yeah, happy to, keep doing it. I feel naive. Explain some of your haters to me. I have no idea. So we had this one, stupid little dipshit come in for a while, right? Like, I think what was Linda something? I can't remember what she was. Linda something. And so she came in and then proceeded to say I was like stealing money from people and I was begging, despite the fact I've never begged, and it actually just encouraged people to just donate more money. It was the weirdest thing. It was super odd. And then you explain this thing, you explain the way Super Chats work to people. And you say, it's a transaction, you get a question answered quicker than other people. I do these live streams where I literally just talk to people anyway. And, the tard just couldn't quite comprehend it, couldn't quite grasp it. It was a very difficult thing for, that person to sort of grasp. So... yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. They've never actually revealed what their problem is. Just that apparently they're butthurt that you guys watch me and send me money on Super Chats. Despite the fact they could, go to many other streams that are running at the moment and go and see people that literally don't answer any question that isn't a Super Chat. And apparently someone that's such a pussy that they've not even turned up, I literally just invited them on a Skype call to actually talk to me. I mean, it's not hard. Like, I'm happy to debate with anyone. Like, what, if you don't have any strength of conviction and the mental fortitude to back up your own claims, I mean, you just fall around like soft cheese. It's just pathetic. So yeah, quite odd. But never mind. It is what it is. Miles, how am I a creep? Do you want to explain? Super Billy says, will the counter pop culture community ever attain a major foothold in the entertainment mainstream? Critics, journalists, writers, filmmakers, etc. So you say in the entertainment mainstream, right? So I think one thing you need to be aware of is that people, will be doing YouTube accounts, for instance, right? Like YouTube accounts is a big thing. And that's not mainstream, but it doesn't need to be mainstream. The thing is, they have quite a big foothold and a big community and a big audience. And sometimes actually much, much bigger than mainstream media would be. So they don't need to, technically. They don't need to at all. So I think like saying, will counter pop culture community ever attain a major foothold in entertainment mainstream, does a disservice to the alternative platforms that they can approach, right? And have their own audience on. Like this, for instance. This is an audience, you're my audience. Yes, I don't think they need to. This is the thing, like you don't need to. I made 2 films, people bought the Blu-rays, relative success, and people were like, submit them to film festivals. I'm like, I don't need to. My films have already got more views than a film festival would have. Like Blackfields had like 26,000 to 30,000 views. That's more than most film festivals will ever get. So technically you don't really need to do stuff like that. But yeah, anyway. Zombie Brainification says, hey Mr. H, how comes you have done nothing for Cobra Kai? I never watched it. I'm not interested in it. I appreciate the fact that loads of people are interested in it and it's got its audience and stuff like that. I never got into it, and I'm too far behind now to give up my time whilst I need to do the other reviews to then get into it, if that makes sense. So I just don't have the time to get into it. Which is a shame, I'm sure, and loads of people will hate me for that, but it just is what it is. I can't do anything about that. I'm just way too behind. Way too behind. Thoughts on the Chernobyl miniseries? Good. Good. Gripping. Very good. Well made. Well shot. Fuck, that was strong. Hello from Hull. Someone has to live here. I did a bodybuilding competition in Hull once. Love your channel. Keep up the great stuff. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Chrissy says, I don't get the purpose of trolls. I got so much to do in my day. I haven't got time to hassle people and ruin their day. I just think it's sad. Like I put up these live streams. I'm here talking to you guys, and then people are like, "Oh, you're begging." I mean, I'm not begging. You can go to. I can literally point you in the direction of multiple streams where individuals will not answer any question that is not a super chat. Super chats on this channel serve a purpose. They're not. It's a way to get your question answered quicker. But I'll answer any question. So you just have to keep trying. But yeah, it's super odd. Oh no, I am massively 30-minute episodes. I'm hugely behind on that. You have no idea how busy I am. 30 minutes. I cannot do 3 seasons to get up to season 4. There's literally no way. I can't. And I don't want to either. Like I genuinely don't want to. Like it's not something that I'm interested in. Like I know it's got its fandom and stuff like that, but I'm not interested. Loads of people are like, "Oh, you just jump on the bandwagon." Well, obviously not, because I could do that and get loads of views, but I'm not, because I don't want to. It's all time management, whether I can be bothered to give up my time to do that. There's a lot of movies releasing in the next couple of weeks that I need to do. I just can't do it. Jason Farquhar says, hey, how's the Pulsar and other projects coming along? I hope the crank works perfectly. How's Nick too? Love you, bye. Right, so, Pulsar. We've got 331 people viewing, but only 229 likes. You know what to do. Hit that like button. Pulsar. New crank looks fine. I don't know. I've not heard anything about the car yet. I'm hoping I'll get it back next week. That would be good. But I honestly, I genuinely don't know. So I've literally got no update. On the 8th of January, my six pot? I think it's 6-pot or 4-pot front caliper big brake kit will be in and then shipped out to me. So I'm hoping I'll get the Pulsar back soon, because that'd be great. That'd be awesome. But I've literally got no updates on it, sadly. The Z, I gave a massive detail Thursday. So that's all nice and clean. Carpet cleaned the interior and stuff like that. Nothing major. Like, it's not really a project. The truck, I've got no idea what's happened to the truck yet. They'll give me the invoice next week, and then I'll go up next week. That'll be a video for the second channel. If you don't know, guys, I've got like a vlog channel. It's in the description box. Check it out. You might like it. It's really cool. It's good fun. It's amazing. I never really hype it up, but it's a really fucking cool channel. All shot in 4K, 60 frames a second. Go check it out. Jaro96 says, excited. And are you covering Superman and Lois Season 2? I will absolutely be covering Superman and Lois Season 2. I really like the first season. So yeah, 100% I will be covering that one. First season was great. So yeah. Chris says, give some quick feedback on Spider-Man. Toby is the greatest of all time. Greatest of all times, kill trolls. Yeah, so, yeah, I enjoyed Spider-Man. I thought Spider-Man was great. Very, very good. Very, very good. It was fan servicey enough, but it was done in the right way. His member berries were in the right way. It all serviced the story nicely. Narrative, pacing. It was just good. It just worked. Literally just worked. Just worked well. Body Op says, Mr. H, so what's the deal with your bodybuilding background and what does your training week look like these days? So I'm bigger than I was when I competed, nowadays, actually. What's the deal with it? Not like a major deal. I competed first when I was 18 and I've been competing periodically ever since. I was Southwest of England champion at a certain point. I placed second. Up in Hull, actually, up in that whole competition. I've been invited to the British finals twice. Never competed at the British finals because I can't be bothered. Once you've been dieting for like 17 weeks, you can't really be that bothered to do any more. It doesn't really, get you. It doesn't really get you going that much to compete past that. So I couldn't really be bothered. Let me see if I got a photo. I normally have a photo flopping around of it. Let me have a look. Download. So there's no major, there's nothing major to really sort of talk about with respect to what is going on here. I've typed in a search term, but it's not come up with the right stuff. There's nothing really to sort of reveal with the bodybuilding stuff. I just competed for fun. What does my training week look like now? I don't have any photos. I do, but I don't know the search term. So what does my training week look like these days? So just do arms on a Monday. Tuesdays, chest, back. Wednesday, legs. Thursday, Friday, shoulders. Do like hour or so cardio a day. Hour cardio or a 5k run. One of the two, whichever I can be bothered with. And I just eat relatively alright. That's kind of it, to be honest. There's really not that much to reveal. Do I have a workout vlog? I do not. Not really. Nick Burns says, expand your platform to Gab, Telegram and Rumble if you chose To voice your opinion on certain topics, you will need alt tech platforms to push your voice. Refuse to be silenced. We will support you. You know, actually, I doubt it. It's very difficult to get people to cross over from different platforms. So it's actually doubtful that people would support it. Genuinely, actually. DC Trinity is now all female. What? DC Trinity is now all female. I don't know what that is. What do you mean DC Trinity? I'm a bit confused. Has my back ever been to Snap City? No. What are my thoughts on powerlifting versus bodybuilding? They coincide with one another nicely. Like, powerlifting should always be the basis of a bodybuilding workout, quite frankly. Corey Smith, have you ever seen Split Second and Death Machine? They ring a bell. They do ring a bell. How much do I bench? 145 kilos ish. I did have photos, actually. Let me have a look. Oh, there we go. Here we go. So we do have some photos, actually. Sorry. I was typing in the wrong search term. So if anyone's interested in what I used to look like on stage, get ready for me looking like a tangerine. So, here you go. Here's me looking all tangerined. There you go. It's me. Bodybuilding. How's that? Float your boat. So, I'm not talking bollocks. This was actually... This is when I placed second, if I remember rightly. I had striated glutes. Separation in the legs was fantastic. All was really, really good. The guy just came in a bit leaner than me. That placed first, so is what it is. Couldn't really do much about that. But I don't really care about placing either. So I never competed yearly, and I never really cared about doing the finals. This here was just me having a bit of fun. So I just compete periodically, just to see if I could get in shape. Actually, just to see if I could beat the condition that I got the last time that I was in stage show shape. And so this was one of the best I've ever looked. Because I had striated glutes, which means you could see the muscle fibers running up through your glutes, your bum, basically. And I was really, really happy with this condition. I was very, very pleased with this. But yeah, I've never really been that bothered about doing the finals. Like, I don't really care. I'm not like, oh, I'm a fucking bodybuilder. I couldn't give a shit. This was literally just a test. It's just a fun challenge, like a personal challenge. But there you go. If anyone gives a shit about it, and loads of people will be like, "Oh, you're doing blackface or you're orange." You have to, because under the stage lights, even black people put tan on, believe it or not, because you just look like a dipshit under the bright lights. You can't see any muscular separation at all otherwise. So there you go. Nick Bruns. Fuck. Sorry. Says, brother, your community will follow you. People are starved for a bass voice like yours. Where you go, your army will follow. Love you, brother. Well, I appreciate that, man. Genuinely. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the way things are going here. The thing is, like, on the channel, you know, it's just one of those kind of things, like, I need to reach out and speak to... The thing is, I don't do those kind of controversial topics regularly, right? So I don't think it will ever really fuck up the channel doing a video here and there, like the Maxwell thing. And the thing is, like, it just means the annoying thing is that it gets demonetized, which means it doesn't come out to anyone, it doesn't get notified. But I would hope that you guys follow me on Twitter, or maybe another platform that I can share it to. But if you were to follow me on a platform and have a notification on a platform, then I can send it out to a platform, and then you'll always get the videos. King Corpse. Damn, this guy can actually kill me with a slap to the face. Nah, I'm not a violent person, actually. I'm not violent at all. I don't believe in fighting. You should always be able to talk someone down without physical altercation, quite frankly. Richard Curtis says, not long, got on board tonight. Did you have a good meal last night? Not prying, but as a foodie too, I'm interested. Hope you had a good New Year's Eve. Anyway, and an even better New Year. Even better year this year. So my New Year's Eve was fine. Could have been much better. The meal itself was good. I had pork cheek with scallops. Sorry. So scallops and pork cheek. And then I had a fillet of beef, so beef fillet, medium rare, with what did I have with it? Just loads of stuff. Like, it was a good meal. I had a really nice time with it. It was a Michelin star restaurant, one Michelin star, not like massive. Food was good. It was expensive, way too expensive, but it was good. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed the wine, but overall it was a pretty shit night. It's been a pretty shit day. Not in a good mood. But we're going to move forward with the New Year's. We intend to go on. So I'm trying to view all of the negativity that's come through today as a bit of a positive. It allows me to focus more on the channel, all this negativity situation. And it means that I can focus on my training. I can focus on the channel. I can focus on moving house. I can just focus on being a better me. And giving you guys what you enjoy so much as well. But I appreciate that. Anyway, Ash Rail. Do you think Avatar 2 will be a legitimately good sequel, or Cameron succumb to the Nolan effect? I don't think Avatar was a good movie. It was Fern Gully with giant blue people running around. I think no. I don't think it was a good movie at all. I think there was good elements to it, but I don't think it was a good movie overall. I think it was a rip-off. It was generic. It had major tropes. It was quite cliche. I know I'll cop a lot of flack for it, but fucking, I don't know, sue me. I don't know what you want to do. Like, it's my opinion. But yeah, no, I think it was very cliche. And I think like you're gonna have to really pull something out of the bag to make a good sequel to something which was cliche and quite trope-driven. Glenn Connell says, Mr. H, thoughts on new Hellraiser TV series? Will they bring back characters from the first 4 films? So, the Hellraiser TV series shouldn't bring back characters from the first films, but it is a sequel to all of that, and it takes that as something which has taken place, from what I know of it. And also, he said a Datsun 510 with an SR20 motor sold for $25,000, clean car. I love a Datsun 510. Oh, I love it so much. Got my new Datsun 510. This is from a Hoppy Ending as well. So we got drink from a Hoppy Ending, and we got a Datsun 510 poster from a Hoppy Ending. He's not here, but can we get a shout out to a Hoppy Ending? Massive supporter of the channel. Fantastic dude. Great supporter. Just someone I never even knew existed. I know this sounds real bad, but someone I never knew existed, right? And what I'm trying to say here, there's a point to it. It sounds awful, but there's a point to it. People hounded me to set up a PO box, right? And the people that hounded me to set one up haven't sent anything. They haven't sent anything. But the fantastic thing about setting up a PO box is you get people come out the woodwork that don't contribute as much as the people that are vocal. And then this individual pops out of nowhere, massive supporter of the channel, someone that has been watching from the day dot and is just so incredibly kind. It just makes you go, holy shit, what a humbling experience. So we should have a shout out to a Hoppy Ending, please. And like I said, there was a point to all of that. This doesn't sound as awful as I was making it out to begin with. There was a point to it. Adrian Ith has been a channel member for 7 months. Awesome. Right. Is it snowing in the UK? No, it's not. So this could be worse. Could be part of the royal family with the Maxwell trial. Yeah, true. Ray says, I watched a great interview between James Cameron and Denis Villeneuve on YouTube a few days ago. They were asking each other questions about the movies Dune and Avatar. Oh, I'd be intrigued to check that out. I'd be very intrigued to check that out. Let me have a look at this. Oh, Tutorial Slave says, Happy New Year, Mr. H. About that short story collection. Are they loosely held together by theme, setting, recurring characters, or simply standalone? You're talking about the book that I plan to write, yeah? So they're just short stories. There might be, horror as a theme, I guess you could say. But they won't be, it's not like an anthology where there's a running coincidence running through them all. They're just a collection of completely different short stories. Thematically the same. Or similar, I guess you could say. Did I see the moon? What? I don't know what you mean. Did I see Moon? No. I'm guessing. No. Moon. Isn't that... I can't remember his name now. No, I didn't see that. I know what you mean. Larry Quartwit says, sending you a package this week. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'll have to check that out. When it arrives, obviously. Blake says, Mr. H, I love your audiobooks, especially the recent Hellbound Heart reading. Are there any plans for more Lovecraft in the near future? Yes, there is. But, there's a caveat. There's a big but here. That Hellbound Heart took me 9 hours of my life, and it's basically the price of a coffee, right? Audiobooks don't earn a lot of money for me. They really take a toll on my voice. They take a toll on my eyes. They take a toll on my time for the editing. This isn't a fucking woe is me, so calm down. But they take a long time. And when they get released, if you enjoy them, please do watch them. Please share the absolute shit out of them. Because they take a long time to do. Because you got to remember, the product that you see has taken probably at the minimum 3 times the length of time to create. Sometimes quadruple the time is, the length to create. Because there's outtakes, there's editing time. I've got to listen to it back in real time to edit it. But the raw audio file is always longer than the actual end result that you hear. I take out breathing, I take out outtakes. There are corrections that I make to myself. I change cadence midway through. There's a lot that gets changed as I'm editing these things and as I'm recording them. So I will do some more for sure. But the caveat here is, ladies and gents, if you like the audiobooks, please do share the shit out of them, because I like doing them. They're really good fun. The people that listen to them love them, but not a lot of people listen to them. But the moment you click on one, you guys tend to love one. You listen to it, you're like, wow, this is great. Like, I really appreciate you doing this, and it's fantastic, and blah, 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 blah. So please do, give them some support if you see them, and share them around. Nick Brunn says, Predator versus Jeepers Creepers monsters. Thoughts? Predator wins, hands down. That's my thoughts. Straight away. Predator wins. I don't think there's much competition between Jeepers Creepers and Predator. I think, Jeepers Creepers can't technically be killed, I guess. But the Predator could hold out until Jeepers Creepers has to go into hibernation again. Scorch Wolf says, here's a little something to cheer you up, Mr. H. I just bought a house myself. First one. It's a constant stress ball. Just remember to treat yourself and enjoy the journey. That is life, brother. That's very kind. That's genuinely very kind. Appreciate that, man. Where did you buy? What did you buy? Care to share at all? I genuinely be curious to hear. Richard Curtis says, glad the meal was good. Watched Don't Breathe tonight. Stephen Lang is a great actor. Tombstone, Last Exit of Brooklyn, the bad guy from Avatar. I also really recommend VFW if you haven't seen it. What's a VFW? No, I haven't seen it. Stephen Lang's great, though. He was really good in actually Don't Breathe 2. He was very, very good in that, actually. Very, very, very good. Fergal Kelly says, did you watch Expanse? I did not. I knew I missed something yesterday. Oh my god. Right, I know what I'm doing when I get off this stream. I'm going to watch The Expanse. I did not. Holy shit. I bloody knew it. No, I will need to do that. Yeah, I did not watch that at all. Someone asked, did I get any more NECA figures? So I got one. I got this one from Bosk. This was sent to me for Christmas. This bigger than my head. It's not a NECA figure. It's a Bandai Namco one. But I haven't got any NECA figures, no. Look how amazing this is. I love this so much. I'm waiting until I move to put it up. Because I've got no room for it. Just yet. But I'm waiting until I move. And then I'm going to have new shelving units and stuff like that. Big custom built office. You're going to fucking love it. It could be like on-air signs. It's going to be a purpose-built set. If that makes any sense. You're going to love it. It's going to be so good. It's going to... Content quality is going to fucking go through the roof. Yeah. I'm aware someone, Van Heck, said he sent me a NECA figure, but it never came. So, it didn't come through to the PO box, sadly. PO box is quite a difficult one. Never do anything which needs a signature to the PO box, ladies and gents. Never do anything that needs a signature. You can't do it. Peter says, Mr. H, enjoy your channel. All the best in 2022. Greetings from Poland. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. That's an awesome Godzilla toy. It's not a toy. It's not a toy. That's a model. That's a statue. No, it is a toy. It's a toy, but it's a statue. It's cool. I love him. It's my inner child popping out here. You should watch the Christmas Eve live stream video. I was absolutely like a massive child. Thalia? I can't remember how to say your name, actually. Talia, I guess. Nice to have you on. Have I watched Arcane? Yes, and I've done a review of it. You are from South Africa, if I remember rightly. I'm pretty certain I remember correctly. But yes, I have watched Arcane. I've done a review of it. I loved it. I thought Arcane was amazing. Standout. And amazing to think that it came from a French animation studio as well. Which, like, I'm not sat here going, oh, fucking, you know, bloody, you know, French. I don't care. But you don't sit there and think, oh, yeah, French animation studios do good work. It's not immediately what pops to mind, is it? But it was a French animation studio. And when you hear that, you're like, wow, okay, cool. So, yeah. Mr. Lil Man says, Mr. H, do you get pissed off like me when people call you racist and sexist? Because I do. I mean, not really, no. Because people are idiots. So, no. Like the thing is, like, there's plenty of women that watch me, and they will tell you that I'm not sexist, right? I'm not sexist at all. I'm old-fashioned, but I'm not sexist. And I'm not old-fashioned in a sexist way either. But yeah, like, and racist? No, of course I'm not racist. So when people say those kind of things, like, no, you're just pathetic. If all your argument is just to say that you're racist and sexist, then you don't have an argument. You're an ist and a phobe. Okay, fantastic, great. Can you compile a reason as to why? Because then I can dismantle it. You know, people can't justify it. So no, I don't really care too much, to be fair. Richard Curtis says, VFW is kinda Assault on Precinct 13 in a veterans bar. Got a load of B-movie actors, some of which you are guaranteed to recognise. Might still be on Netflix. It's good, violent fun. I will have to check that out, actually. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I'll be back un momento. My heating's on. I can't have it on. It's too hot. Good boy. Yes, you are. Good boy. You sleepy? Are you sleepy? You don't look very sleepy, mate. Right, I'm back. No wine break. I'm back though. Yeah, I thought you'd all enjoy a Jasper cameo, as it were. He's using the baby boy. He's using the cushion as a pillow, bless him. Jasper deserves all the love. He does. He's a dude. Love that dog. Best thing ever. Genuinely one of the best things that ever happened to me. Damn, that is an old thermostat. I heard it click. Yes, you are completely right. It is a thermostat one. I have it set to a certain thing. So yeah, not good. Yeah, it started suddenly creeping up the temperature, and I'm like, oof, I'm getting bloody sweaty down there. Not good. Oh, where is Salt Inks-a-Lot? Good question, actually. I haven't seen that for a while. Might be under the couch, or it might be at the back. I need to have a look. He looks knackered. Yeah, well, he isn't. He's just super chilled out, is Jasper. You go to sleep, mate. You can sleep. Scorch Wolf says, I bought a 4-bed, 4-bath in Vegas for shy of 400,000 and only managed it through jumping hoops. And with VA home loan, only caveat, bit of a fixer-upper. What's VA home loan? What's that mean? Mate, I'm telling you now, a 4-bed and 4-bath house in the UK would cost you so much money. Unbelievable sums of money. It is crazy when I hear, absolutely crazy when I hear how cheap it is. And I'm not putting it past you because that's a lot of money anyway. But cheap by comparison. The UK's housing market is fucking... It's obscene. It is obscene. Not good. It is not good at all. I'm going through the process of buying a house now, and that was ridiculously expensive. And I had to jump I had to jump through a lot of hoops myself. Oh, you on the move? You having an itch? You alright, Bubby? Good boy. You okay? What are you doing? Are you getting hot? Are you going to go upstairs? You going to go sleepies? You go sleepies up there? Yeah? You're a good boy. Oh. You're a good boy, you are. Yes. Good boy. Oh. Right, anyway. Veteran Affairs. US Air Force veteran here. Well, I'm not going to say thank you for your service because you didn't, it's not the same, is it? But you have massive props from me for being in the Air Force. That's an incredible thing to do. So Darth Gibson says 4-bed, 4-bath in the UK is going for a minimum of 750, 800,000 pounds. So just to put it into perspective, Scorch, and again, this isn't to belittle what you've done, because I think 400 grand is really expensive. But just to throw it out there by comparison, the UK's housing market is just insane. It's just mental. Like, it's not justifiable. It's not good. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, like 800 grand, 750 grand in the UK. Pounds. Like, that's over $1 million. Like, how? You literally just can't justify it. It's incredible. Doesn't make any sense. But I tell you what, kudos to you, man. Like, being in the Air Force. I'm not sure whether I could do it. So you have a lot of respect from me just for that, to be fair. That's really good going, dude. That's really, really good going. So yeah, good. Honestly, good for you. Genuinely good. You alright? You want to come up? You want to say hello? You want to come? You running away? What are you doing? Why are you running away, you little weirdo? You want to go back up there? Do you want a treat? You want a treat? Right, fine. I'm going to get him a treat. Right, you want a treat, yeah? Right, Jasper. You want a treat? You want this? Up. Yeah, good boy. Oh, I'm back. Let me have a look. I'm missing some of this stuff. Super Neon Mike says, "What do you think, Mr. H? Is this latest iteration of the Batmobile from the Batman your favourite version?" It is. I think it actually is one of my favourites. Someone sent me a Hot Wheels of it. So good. So good. I genuinely love it. I think it's incredible. I'll have to see it in action, but I love it. Gino X 1987 says, "Do you think Zack Snyder could pull off a Fist of the North Star movie?" Well, no, probably not, in fairness. What are you doing, bud? The UK is a massive property bubble. It's not good. But interesting to hear from Hovad here. Says Sweden is almost on par with the UK now for a house. It's not good. Not good. Like, it needs to pop at a certain point. Like, you just can't do it. What? Let me scroll back up. Tutorial Slave says, "Hope Lord Jasper's in good health. One of my dogs, 12 years plus old, has been diagnosed with a heart cough recently. The other one had to go under the knife within 3 months due to salivary gland." Oh, that's awful. You can obviously ignore that question, but do you have any additional revenue streams other than YouTube? Just asking out of sheer curiosity. So, yes, but also no. Yes and no. Things are sort of diversifying. Yeah. So, yes, but also no. Joe Cook says, there's definitely the name's very apt. What sort of food can we expect on your cooking channel? So, if you didn't know, ladies and gents, I will be starting a cooking channel. In like a couple of months' time. Normal good food. Genuinely normal good food. Right? Like, just fantastic recipes from rice pudding to breads to hot chocolates. Just like actual, just recipes that you'll want to make on a weekend. But what I'll also do, because obviously, you know, I am qualified in nutrition and I was a teacher. So I'm qualified in nutrition and qualified in biology and anatomy and physiology and fitness perspective. I will also look at things from on certain elements here and there. I'll also give them a big thumbs up for eating during the week if you're on a relative diet. So like I made taco beef, right? Homemade taco beef the other day. I think it was like Thursday. Homemade taco beef and pasta, and you can have that all day, every day. Like there's literally nothing in it at all. Nothing in that at all. It's fantastic for you. No issue at all. More chili powder equals a higher thermogenic effect. So there'll just be normal foods, but then also, you know, an element of, hey, look, guys, you could actually eat this if you're thinking about being healthy as well, right? And then I'll explain the benefits as to why. Like taco beef, for instance, loads of, you know, the basis of taco beef is, you know, a lean minced beef and chili and onions, right? So if you put loads of chili powder in, you have an increased thermogenic effect, which is, you know, a fat burning effect. So, yeah. So that cooking channel hasn't been made yet, but it will be called Jasper's Kitchen. There'll be a video on it and I'll tell everyone to subscribe and stuff. But it'll be really good fun. I'm really looking forward to it. There is a live stream channel that I've got, which I'm going to repurpose because it's got like 4,000 subscribers. So I'm just going to repurpose that for this cooking channel. So I'm just going to change the name, change the banners. It's just going to be called Jasper's Kitchen. So yeah, it's going to be good fun. I'm looking forward to it. Scott Antonio, I think YouTube deleted your comment, my dude, but you sent $4.99 as well. Thank you so much. Donald Smead says, house prices are ridiculous everywhere. Got any hangover cures? I will try almost anything. A very, very big fatty breakfast. So in the UK, traditionally, we have loads of, we have a fry up. So fatty bacon, fatty eggs, fatty sausages, fatty toast, loads of butter, fatty, well, it's not really fatty, but we have black pudding, hash browns, beans, mushrooms, the whole thing. A full English breakfast that will sort you right out if you've got a hangover. Heath Young says, I can't wait for the cooking channel. My girlfriend and friends want me to do one because I'm a closet chef. I can cook and fix anything. Mate, honestly, if you enjoy cooking, just do it. Like, you know, I do. So I've got a vlog / car channel that doesn't get any views. Like, barely any of them break 1,000 views. But I love it because it's good fun to do. And that was the same reason why I made this channel. Like, I just did it because I enjoyed it. And look where it got me. It's gone from strength to strength. And if anyone is curious about the second channel, it's in the description box. Check it out. But yeah, I'm just, you know, I enjoy what I do. And I enjoy cooking. I enjoy cooking a lot. So, yeah, it'll be good for me to do, you know, well, just cooking stuff, basically. Just trying different recipes out for you guys on a channel and just, yeah, just be good. I'm looking forward to it, basically. Adrian says, gonna hop off H. Is 8 feels like... Oh, it's -8. Feels like -16 in snow. And I have to go to work. Wish me luck. Drivers are nuts here in OK. Yeah, good luck. Goddamn. Good luck and goddamn. So, yeah, the basis of a hangover is actually dehydration of the brain. So the water around your brain and your skull dehydrates, and it causes the skull to temporarily cause a negative pressure, so it begins to implode. And that's why you get a headache. So, yeah, drink lots. Rehydrate. But one thing you can always do as well, you know, if you're gonna if you think you're gonna get a hangover or you're susceptible to hangovers, always drink a pint of water before you get to bed. It'll really help you out. Thinking Guy 74. Hey Miss H, I'm buying my first house. It's a draining process. Yes. Yeah, it's a bit of a draining process for me currently at the moment as well, in fairness. What No Graphic says, no one bothered me about my TV license 2021. Cheers, Mr. H. Mate, honestly, I keep getting... So, in the UK, we're supposed to have a TV license if you watch live TV from BBC and stuff like that. But it's a common misconception because people think you have to have a TV license, and you don't have to have one. I haven't had one for years. So yeah, like it's a very funny situation because people in the UK believe you have to have one. You don't have to have one, and you shouldn't have one. I don't support pedos. I don't support paedophile, you know, supporters. The BBC's massive pedo supporters. You know, they indoctrinate and you know, keep people quiet, hush hush about their pedo nonsense. Yeah, I'm not game for supporting that. Fuck off. So yeah, no. If you're in the UK, don't have a TV license. Just don't do it. The BBC's shit anyway. They don't do anything good. Just fuck the BBC off. They're not good. They're crap. They're honestly genuinely crap. There's been anything funny on the BBC for a very long time. Fuck the BBC. Martin Starlet says you should do a chef's hat emoji. I should, but on the second channel, not on this one. Yeah, absolutely defund the BBC. They're just rotten to the core. They're a waste of space. I ditched my DirecTV years ago, bought a digital antenna, get like 50 channels for free in the US. Nice. Talia says, fun fact, women's bodies aren't able to process ethanol as efficiently as men, hence why we tend to be lightweight with alcohol. From your Daily Scientist. Fantastic. Good information. I have now just finished an entire bottle of wine. It was very, very tasty. Thank you so much, A Hoppy Ending, for sending that out. I enjoyed that. That was actually really good. So, side note, recommendation to anyone that wants to try a good bottle of wine. That Apotheca was nice. Enjoyed that. That was good. Apothic Red, or whatever it's called. Very, very tasty. Enjoyed that. Nice wine. You have a TV license in South Africa? Really? What do you need a TV license for in South Africa? That's mental. Andreas says, hello, gorgeous. Appreciate that. Happy New Year from Uruguay. Sorry. Lana Wachowski should be sued by Warner Brothers and snatch all her wigs and burn them with a Master of Matrix 4. Fuck, Jesus. Yeah, not good. Not a good situation with respect to Matrix 4. People like it, and I'm not gonna detract from anyone that liked the Matrix 4. Fine, not an issue. If you like the Matrix 4, good, go get you. You know, go get some. Who cares? But I did not enjoy it at all. And in terms of Wachowski being sued, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Like, could a studio sue? Probably not, because obviously they ultimately sign off on these things, so probably not. But it would be funny if it happened. What's this? Exactly right, Mr. H. I don't pay for a TV license. I don't give money to pedos or their enablers. Exactly, Al, my dude. Nice to have you on, mate. I haven't spoken to you on this stream yet. I've seen your comments. I feel quite rude. Sorry, my dude. But I have seen your comments. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Also, Mr. Al Humphreys, can we get a round of applause to Al Humphreys, because he's a massive supporter of this channel as well. Always here on the live streams. Well, has missed one or two, but he's always here on the live streams. Huge supporter. He gets all the treats for Jasper. So Jasper appreciates him too. But let's get a massive shout out to Al Humphreys. Let's get this community spirit going. We're a great channel here. We have a great community, and these live streams are always good fun. So, Mr. Al. Oh, also, Al, my dude, I really sincerely hope that this year is your year. I know you want to move up to Edinburgh, I believe it was. I think. Somewhere in Scotland, fucking wherever. But I hope that goes well. And I hope that gets resolved for you ASAP, my dude. Genuinely. Rob Altis says second channel or third channel. Mr. H, love the car channel. So, Jasper's Kitchen will be a channel all unto its own. It'll be a brand new channel, completely just its own channel. And I'll still keep the car channel going. Car channel will still be there. But I do definitely want to do this cooking channel because I love it. Like, people, you know, we've been talking about doing a focaccia stream for ages, you know, and I love making bread. Bread's good fun. But it made sense to go, hey, I tell you what, I've got a new house coming up. I might as well just set it up so I can just cook the focaccia on a video and just release it there instead. You know, on a second channel sort of thing. So yeah. Sergeant Bear sent $5. Says Happy New Year. Cheers. Happy New Year to you, dude. Are you traveling around again? I know you were traveling quite a lot across this holiday period. Let me know. Where's the Witcher Season 2 review? I released that like 2 weeks ago, mate. Where have you been? I've already released it, dude. Mr. Carl Reese. I released that like 2 weeks ago. What? Where have you been? Yeah, I'm guessing YouTube just didn't notify you. But yeah, I released that ages ago. So yeah, no, I can't say much about that. Cooking channel will be great new content. I will sub. Good, I'm glad. Some of it will be recipes that I'm trying completely from the off as well. Like, just, hey, look, wow, yeah, new stuff. Like, trying. Which will be interesting for me. Try it out, see if it is good or not. So yeah, it'll be good. Do a live cook along. For the focaccia stream, you can, because it takes like an hour tops to make the whole focaccia bread from start to finish, from actual cooked out, you know, loaf of bread focaccia. About an hour, so I can do literally a live cook along to do that. Ryan Swayze says, any Alien update? No Alien update. Am I going to hire movers? So, probably not. So, my buddy, Mr. Dave, being graphic, production manager of my Production H Films, friend, first and foremost, good mate of mine now. We're probably just going to rent a Luton van and come down and just move myself just across a whole weekend. Just do it in, just do it bit by bit, basically. So yeah, no, probably not. Drew's review says, I'd like to thank you for giving some bravery to get back into writing scripts. I'd like to thank you for giving some bravery to get back into writing scripts, and even if they never see the light of day, it feels good to finish and accomplish something for myself. So thank you, Mr. H. Good. Oh, mate, I'm glad. I'm glad I could inspire you to do some something for yourself. It's good to get those creative juices flowing. So good. I'm glad. Hopefully it's a nice release for you as well. You know, that you sort of do those things and you go, great. You know, it's a good escapism. You know. Sergeant Bear says, travelling starts again Tuesday. Thanks for asking. I've had a blast with my son. Good. I'm really glad, dude. That's what the holiday period's all about, isn't it? So good. Good for you. What do all the names highlighted in green with Mr. H Reviews logo next to mean? Anyone? So the names in green mean that they've done a super chat. So they've donated to the channel, which means I answer their question immediately. But as I'm answering your question, I answer any question. But the fact that they've got a little Mr. H logo is actually that they're a member of the channel. So you can actually become a member, ladies and gents, for as little as 99 pence a month. Literally for the price of a coffee, you can join the channel and support me. So please do. 99 pence, not 99 cents. 99 pence. Please do join up and become a member. You get loads of benefits. You can become a higher tier member. You can become a tier 2 member and watch all of my films. They're all available for tier 2 members. But yeah, so the little Mr. H banner, logo, whatever, is just it just means that you're a member of the channel. You're a supporter. You like the content so much that you support the channel, basically. But please do consider becoming a member, because it goes a long way. It helps out. Or consider doing super chats, because that goes a long way as well. Noctum Knight says, dude, Mr. H, thank you for having this live stream. Have you seen all of the pedo stuff that's going on with CNN now? Yeah, isn't there like 2 of them been like accused of actual noncery and been investigated and stuff? I mean, it's pretty mental, to be honest. You'd think like there'd be more news coverage of it. Like little Mr. Carl Rittenhouse goes along, does a protest and stuff like that. Like, yeah, sure, the circumstances surrounding it, people did twist it as negative. It's obviously been found not guilty, etc., etc. But there's, people actually accused of actual noncery and actually investigated for actual noncery. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. No news coverage. Like, fuck off. Where's the fucking news coverage, you bunch of nonces? It's just disgraceful. It's absolutely disgraceful behaviour. It pisses me off so much. The worst thing you could be in life, and even any criminal will agree, the worst thing you could be in life is a fucking nonce. The worst thing you could be in life is a nonce. Any criminal will agree. You could be a mass murderer. The moment you're a nonce, you've crossed the line. Like, that's disgusting. Like, there's like a gauge of evil in terms of the world, and yeah, noncery is pretty high up there, quite frankly. Anyway, moving on. Talia says, cooking channel will be great for those of us with terrible taste palates. I will make sure you cook some amazing stuff. I've got some amazing recipes for you. I have got so much good recipes. I've got hot chocolate from scratch. I've got rosemary and garlic truffle smashed roast potato recipe for you all. You're gonna love it. You're gonna absolutely adore it. So good. Lost Soul Connection says, will you make some barbecue on the new channel? Yeah. Barbecue's nothing that I'm not massively, I'm not hugely great with barbecue, but would I love to learn barbecue and put it on the channel? Yes. So yes, I will. The thing about these channels is it makes you, do things that it steps outside the box, right? Like, I have a massive interest in films, for instance. Now, I have this channel, and you guys want me to watch certain films, so I'll watch films that are outside of my normal wheelhouse sometimes. So that's good for me here. In terms of the car stuff, I will do stuff, because I've got a car channel, I will do stuff outside my wheelhouse because I want to learn a little bit more and put it on the channel. Good stuff. Same with cooking. Love cooking. Massive passion of mine. You know, and being able to try recipes out for you guys and critique and sort of perfect and tweak those recipes to my personal taste, I can then try something new and then put it out for you guys as well. It's a great, you know, shared learning experience, quite frankly. Heath, my dude, Jesus, thank you so much. And you commented as well, so I owe you, bro, for that charge to get your Christmas package from post office. Damn import charge. My dude, that's incredibly kind. I did say to you didn't need to do that. I did say, but I really do appreciate that. Also, just as a quick aside, Heath, my dude, do not send anything yet, because I'm going to move house. You know, if anyone's sending anything now, fine, please do. It's fine. The PO box is all the same. But as of February, please don't send anything in February, because in February time, there'll be a brand new PO box. Things will be changing. Address will be changing. Everything will be completely different in February. So January's fine. You can send stuff in January, not a problem. But please don't send anything moving forwards in February. I'll do an announcement video. I'll change the PO box. It'll all be changed and adjusted. But don't worry if anyone does send anything either. Because if you do send something and there's, I don't know, loads of bollocks coming through, like delays, import, all this kind of crap, don't worry. There'll be a forward address. Things will be forwarded on anyway. But just know that in February the PO box address will change, just as a quick aside, if that makes sense. And we'll have a home gym as well in the new place, which I'm really looking forward to. I've already got my eyes on a dumbbell rack, which I hope to get pretty pronto, so I can get lifting weights properly. Well, I mean, I lift weights anyway, but you know what I mean. Gino says, what's your absolute favourite thing to cook for yourself? Mine is homemade macaroni and cheese. Unhealthy, I know, but it hits the spot well. So, what do I absolutely love? I really like to cook myself a roast dinner. A traditional British roast dinner, but with a fancy twist. So, the truffle and fresh rosemary smashed roast potatoes. Amazing. Love that. Big difference. Like, it makes such a big difference. It really, yeah, it's great. Really, really good. So I just like to do I like to do a traditional roast dinner. I love a good traditional roast dinner, and I love doing a barbecue. Now, someone said to do it, you know, about barbecue. You know, could I do barbecue? So in the UK, we have a standard barbecue. It's not the same as an American barbecue. We just have something on the grill, which I know, like, barbecue is slightly different in the US. Like, it's this big thing. You have like slow barbecued stuff, like smoked stuff, etc. In the UK, like, a barbecue is just a coal-fired grill that you just cook something for like 20 minutes and it's done. But I do like a good barbecue in the summer. It's nice. Mr. H, I always thought Butterball from Hellraiser was similar to Morpheus in The Matrix. Fucking hell, why'd you think that, mate? Alright then. Okay. I've not got much to say to that, but alright. Oh dear, that's very funny. That is very, very funny. Where in the UK am I from? I did a semester abroad at the University of Manchester. I am nowhere near Manchester. Manchester's quite far from me. You're looking at like a 3-ish hour drive, Manchester. It's quite far from me. I'm down south. Yeah. Mr. Blockton says, hey, Mr. H, Happy New Year, man. So great to see your channel growing. Still really enjoying my 21 WRX. Glad I didn't wait for the 2022. Did you see the new one? Sad. It's only 3 more horsepower. So, yes, the new WRX is weird with the weird plastic arch trims and stuff. I don't really get it. It's very off base. Don't understand. Whatever. But what I would say about the... Oh, I'm glad you got the 21 WRX. Like, they're a nice car. They're good cars. The new one, yeah, 3 more horsepower. A bit more torque, I think, if I remember rightly. They did say something... they did say something about the new WRX has like stronger internals. They're basically trying to imply that it will hold up better for tuning, but I doubt it, because like Subarus are fine, like the engines are fine, the Boxer engines are fine. They're good for tuning to a certain point, and then they just shit the bed. And I can't imagine the newer engines are particularly great with tuning anyway. I don't see the difference. I don't discern the difference in why they'd be so good with tuning. But whatever, who knows? And I had a Subaru myself. I really liked it. It was good, really, really good. Chloe Venus, nice to have you on. Good evening. I'm with you on the roast dinner. I make one every Sunday without fail. What do you make roast dinner wise then? You're a student, aren't you? You do, was it like nursing, I think, if I remember rightly? I'm trying to remember now. This is my memory on these kind of things. Also, as well, I'm fairly certain, if I remember rightly, you won one of the codes to download the AVP 2010 game. I'm fairly certain you were one of the individuals that won that. That was a good few years back. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain, if I remember rightly. Al Humphreys says, truffle oil is inexpensive, not made from real truffles. So you can get two types of truffle oil. You can get flavoured truffle oil. So it's an olive oil, an extra virgin olive oil, which is flavoured with truffles. And then you can get truffle infused olive oil, which is very, very different. So I've used both. There is a key distinction between the two. So truffle oil, which doesn't have actual real truffles in, actually has a stronger flavour because it's just truffle flavoured. But it's very, very strong taste and somewhat overpowering as well, actually. But if you have truffle infused oil, what you can do is you can put like, I don't know, a certain amount in and then top it up with a nice, strong, good quality extra virgin olive oil. And then sort of, you get a subtler taste. Which if you were to then have something like smashed garlic clove, so you get a garlic clove and you smash it, and then put that in the oil to infuse alongside with rosemary, like my roast recipe, the garlic lifts up the truffle infused oil because truffle has a somewhat garlicky taste to it. So the garlic then lifts the truffle flavour. Just some fucking chef nonsense. I'm not a chef, but fucking nonsense for you all. There you go. Did I play any sports in high school? No. So I was actually quite fat in school, believe it or not. I used to be fat. So I used to be fat in school. I lost all my weight towards the tail end of school years. And then I bulked up because I didn't like being skinny. But what I used to do when I left school was I used to do swimming. I used to be really heavily into my swimming. And I used to do water polo at a certain point. But I never did any major sports aside from water polo. I used to really like water polo. And I was a lifeguard for a number of years as well, actually. So, yeah, there you go. Bit of Baywatch shit going on. I used to be a lifeguard, which is a really difficult... Actually, that's a very difficult course. You have to be quite fit to do the lifeguard qualification in the UK. The certification to be a lifeguard in the UK. What's this? Heath Young says, I have truffle-infused oils. Very nice. Truffles are awesome to cook with. So is cooking with saffron. Yes, saffron's very good. Ride Blade says, is there anything you need to see or have happen before you start a cooking channel? Yeah, so I need to move, basically. I'm not cooking in that kitchen, which is literally right behind me. I'm not cooking in that kitchen. The house that I'm in the process of buying has a relatively nice kitchen. There's a breakfast bar attached to it, so I can use the breakfast bar with a hot plate on it as a set, and then I can have the camera over on the dining side of the kitchen, and I can set it up nicely like that, so it's properly lit, all done professional. You couldn't do it in that one. There's no space. There's not enough space. It would be embarrassing, Like, this is a 1-bedroom house that I rent, which I've been saving to obviously then buy my own house, which is now moving through the process of. So, yeah, that's the only thing that really needs to happen is this new place. And I'm saying a lot, like this new place will expand this channel alone. It's it's a 3-bed house, so the second biggest room will be my office. It'll be painted very specifically. There'll be permanent lighting fixtures very specifically to make everything very professional videos. Like, it won't be this. The couch will still be the couch will still be there because that's Jasper's couch, believe it or not. So the couch will still be in the back of videos. Got to keep some semblance of normalcy. But yeah, so like, it'll be set up very specifically as an office. Treat it like a set, I guess you could say. Treat it like a set piece. But in terms of the cooking channel, very specifically, is it has to have a new kitchen. Like, it has to have a new kitchen. Like, I've got most of the equipment. I need a stand mixer because that'll make some stuff a little bit easier. And then aside from that, just a new kitchen on the whole. Chloe Venus says, you have a really good memory. I do try. I genuinely try. It is difficult, but I do try. I mess up sometimes, but thank you. I'm glad I got that right. Have been following you for a good few years now. Secret admirer. Don't be a secret admirer. Be a legit admirer. No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's nice to see people that have followed from the start, or followed for a certain amount of time. Like, again, I did those AVP 2010. That must have been about 3 years ago. Easily about 3 years ago I did them. So yeah, you've been a subscriber for a fair while, to be honest. So yeah, can we have a shout out to Chloe Venus, ladies and gents? Long time subscribers always get a huge shout out. Massive props to anyone that is a subscriber for a while. The Villain says, can we get a workout stream? So probably not a workout stream specifically, but if you subscribe to the second channel, which is Car Nonsense, in the description box, there will be more lifestyle / vlog content on there, which will probably include, very briefly, snippets of some workout stuff here and there, but we won't do a workout stream. We just won't. The thing is, like, working out and doing workout vlogs and stuff like that, it's not something that I personally want to do, because if I do it here on this channel, look, I mean, I've got trolls just from being literally just from doing normal reviews, right? Can you imagine if I sit there and I get my body out on camera? Fuck me. Can you imagine the trolls, the little insecure pussies that will come out the woodwork just because I'm working out and trying to educate people and give motivation and betterment to people? Can you imagine that? I can't be bothered. I sit here like this and people still comment on my body. You can literally see nothing to do with me in videos, right? So can you imagine what would come out from me doing a workout video? Nah. I cannot be bothered. Not happening. But if you subscribe to the second channel, it's a car channel, but it's a vlog channel as well. And there'll be much more vlogging stuff moving forwards in the new year. We are in the new year. This year, then some of the workout stuff will cross over into that as well. All right. Scorched Wolf says, Pyracetam helps with memory. Very good stuff. What is that? I've never heard of that. Pyracetam? What is that? Let me know. Would love to hear what the hell that is. I'm guessing it's a form of medication. Thank you, everyone. These streams help me get through my uni work. It's a great network to come and relax. Honestly, these people are amazing. This community is absolutely fantastic. Great community, lovely people. Really, really good time. I genuinely enjoy these streams. They are, they're very, very good fun for me as well as for you guys. Hopefully, I mean, you keep coming back, so it must be relatively good for you guys, right? Obviously. The Infiltrator says, hey, Mr. H, I survived 2020 and 2021. I'm ready to take this year on like a Terminator. Good, do it. Larry Quartowitz is disappearing, so nice to have you on, my dude. I think you said you were disappearing, didn't you? Yeah, got a peace out. Much love and happy new year. Yeah, so you are going. Take care, my dudes. I hope you have a great evening or night, wherever you are. Daytime, morning, wherever you are. I don't know. Peace out. Larry, my dude. Tutorial Slave says, are there any authors that have particularly inspired your prose style or dialogue composition? The biggest one would probably be Lovecraft. I can't imagine there's it would be across the board from Clive Barker to Lovecraft. It's very difficult to sort of pin down to one, very specific individual. But if you look at the things which I'm into, I would imagine that that's all of the people, that have inevitably inspired me, if that makes sense. What about weights for beginners? So it's difficult. Really, weights for beginners are very difficult to do. I never view any weight stuff or anything that I say as advice, right? It's all very broad spectrum. If you're dealing with anyone that's, they label themselves a personal trainer, for instance, if they don't get exactly what you do now and exactly what you've done for the last 6 months or so, I would not say they're worth really their salt. They're not that good. Because personal training has to be very personal. You could follow a very basic all-body workout routine and you'd get reasonably good results, but never view anything that I do on the second channel, if I do any workout stuff anyway, as actually workout advice. It'll be technique. I'm not going to give you actual workouts, right? Like, that's not what I'm going to do. And I would never do that. And if anyone does try and say that, say, hey, follow this workout, they're talking nonsense. Like, personal trainer has to be very specific. You'll never get anywhere from following just like, what someone's just saying is, oh yeah, you should probably do this. Like, my workout is a periodized workout that I've done from, it's months in the works, right? It's literally months and months in the works. And each workout spills into the next. It's a domino effect. You can't have you can't have a very specific. You just can't. It's not. Yeah. I know what I'm trying to say. So we had a few super chats. Sorry, says dung is fun. Great. Have I done a review on a movie called Don't Look Up on Netflix? I have. I really enjoyed it. Lots of people didn't enjoy it, and I get that. It's a dark comedy, which tends to go over a lot of people's heads. I'm not one of these people that's super pretentious and you just didn't get the film. It's not what I'm saying. Dark comedies are they're like olives. They're a very, very, very selective taste, right? So I enjoyed Don't Look Up, but I know a lot of people didn't like it. So just as an FYI. Scorch Wolf says part of Racetam, Razatam, family of brain sups. Usually mix my own stuff and goes best with alpha, GPC, and choline, like acetylcholine. Interesting. I'll have to take a look at that. That'll be very interesting. These kind of things are always intriguing. Very, very intriguing. Life of Nate. Yeah, look, I know the spammers are back. Just let me deal with them. Don't bring any attention to them. They're just little douche canoes. They won't come on I've literally invited them on a Skype call, but they're just nonsense. So don't highlight them. I'm ignoring them and I'm just blocking them. Don't you worry about it. Gino X 1987 says, speaking of Clive Barker, did you ever see the comic adaptation of The Thief of Always? It was really good. I have not, actually, in fairness. Is the Hellraiser TV series still happening? Mate, fucking no idea. Your guess is as good as mine, dude, honestly. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. Literally, no idea. No idea. Hey guys, did you see Willem Dafoe's change his name to Willem Dripfoe? It's a meme, very funny. Check it out. I have never heard that. Well, good meme, but yeah, no, not heard of that. Mr. H, will Mr. H be cooking spam fritters? No, I won't be cooking spam fritters. Don't you worry about it. Nah, not interested in doing spam fritters. I've never had a spam fritter, in fairness. I've had a deep fried battered Mars bar. That was very tasty, actually. I enjoyed that. Am I going to watch the Tom Holland Uncharted movie? I will watch it, yeah, but I don't have any history with the the franchise at all. So my opinion on the movie will be watching it just from a movie's perspective, not as an adaptation. So it's important to note that. Excuse me. That's the red wine repeating on me. Have I seen a movie called Idiocracy? Yeah, I think so. Hey, Miss H, what's your favourite food and drink? I don't really have a favourite food and drink, to be honest. So I eat mainly for a purpose during the week, and then at the weekend I just kind of eat whatever I want. So I don't have a massive purpose. I don't have a massive favourite food or drink. If you like salt spam is for you. Oof, yeah, I know. Plenty of fried spam. Oh my god, plenty of fried spam on this chat board. Hey, yeah, I know. Look, I've had to change the. I've had to change to subscribers only. I do apologise, ladies and gents, but if you're watching this and you're not a subscriber, you should probably subscribe. These fucking idiots that drop in to try and do this this spamming thing is so strange. Like, I'm being called immoral, I'm being called a liar, I'm being called yeah, I don't understand. Like, how am I a liar? Like, none of it makes any sense. Poor, liar, immoral. Like, all I'm streaming. It's a hangout. But these people are so fucking retarded. I know some people don't like the word. Again, whatever. You give the word power, so if you don't like it, that's on you, personally. But, these people are so fucking retarded that I'm live streaming. You guys are enjoying the company. I'm enjoying it. You like it. But somehow that's me begging. It's so fucking weird. It's just jealousy at the end of the day. It's just pathetic jealousy. I literally invite them on to do a Skype call because they're such fucking dingbats. But they won't because they're pussies. I can't do anything about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're that much of a pussy and you have, the mental fortitude of, a wet paper bag, I don't know what to tell you. I literally don't know what to tell you. And if you can't back it up, what do you want me to say? Do you know what I mean? What do you want me to say? Have I seen Don't Look Up movie? Yeah, I've reviewed it, my dude. Reviewed it here on the channel. I reviewed it last week and a half ago, I think it was. Probably last week, I think. It's been a little while now. But I don't like putting on subscriber only because it does limit the people that just sort of cruise in and want to comment here and there. And there are people that watch that aren't subscribed, and I don't want to remove them from being, on the chat either, because I think that's sad. But you can thank these stupid fucking idiots. How often do you eat East fast food? What do you mean by East fast food? What do you mean by that? What is East fast food? I'm very confused. What do you mean by East fast food? Dutch Cheese says spammers are deeply unhappy people. They really are, yeah. One of them was talking like God before. It's the same. It's literally one person. One incredible. The thing is it's this one massive sad act that is like, you're this, you're that, you're fucking, you're this. It's like, mate, you're sat here, on a Saturday night. It might not be night for you, but you're sat here on a Saturday spamming. Like, what's the biggest sado? I'm trying to provide content for people. You're just spamming like a douchebag. Like, who's the biggest sad act and the biggest immoral prick from everyone? Who's the biggest loser here? The person that's trying to, the person that's providing content that's being enjoyed, or the arsehole that's watching that content and spamming? I mean, I'm doing something that has value to people, clearly, because you wouldn't be here otherwise. Like, fuck me. So weird. Mark and Varron says, hey, Mr. H, please say, I'm making a cooking channel. I'm something of a chef myself. I'm not, what? No. I mean, I'm not that much of a chef myself, to be fair, but yeah, alright. I've said it now, anyway. Mr. H thinks it's Legion of Spammers when it's probably just one guy. No, it is literally. I don't think it's a Legion. I think it is literally one person. I never said it was. It is literally one person. It's the same person that does it. That's what I mean. Like, how many accounts do you have to be that sad? It's so strange. Did I see the YouTube channel Blinky500 have a lot of issues with each other after you did your video about his Predator movie? Did you and the YouTube channel Blinky500 have a lot of issues with each other? No. I don't give a fuck. Like, that guy talked shit about me in his comment section and stuff like that. I don't care. Like, the guy's absolutely warped and blind. Like, if he's going to sit there and go, yeah, they definitely copied me. Shut up, they didn't copy you. Shut up. Don't be that big-headed, mate, honestly. And there's loads of people that came out the woodwork was like, nah, he's an arsehole in real life. What an absolute prick. So, nah, I'm good. No, I never had any issues with him. I just wanted to correct him and be like, please don't encourage this guy to try and sue Fox, because he's going to get absolutely slam-dunked and choke slammed. You know, probably not very good to encourage someone to do that, but yeah, never mind. It's what it is. Probably not very good, but yeah. Where in the UK am I? You sound like from somewhere South England. I am, yeah. I'm from the south. I'm not from the south of England. I'm actually born in the Midlands. I mean, how often do you eat takeaway food? Oh, how often do I eat takeaway food? I don't know, really. I don't know. Probably not once a week. I don't know. Yeah, I honestly don't know, actually. Monka Z says, have I seen Midnight Mass? And if so, what are your thoughts? I've seen it. I've reviewed it. My thoughts are in a review. I liked it, though. I thought it was good. Only One Kenobi. Nice to have you on, dude. Caught your review of Book of Boba Fett. Agreed on lack of Sarlacc pit escape. Nevertheless, am I looking forward to episode 2? Of course I'm looking forward to it. The thing is, like, I liked it. I recommended it. But I can still, you know, I can still critique it. That's being an objective reviewer. Gary says, been watching your channel long enough, mate, to see you're wound up. We love you, pal. No, I'm good. I'm alright. I appreciate it, though. I am actually good, to be fair. How did I meet Jasper? Yeah, well, not that interesting, to be honest. So, Jasper I had as a puppy. So I literally just went, what did I do? I can't remember where I found. I think it was like Pets for Homes, which is like a UK website. Pets for Homes. Found a breeder. He was from a Welsh breeder, and yeah. So found a Welsh breeder that had that had puppies. Went over there. He was the last puppy to come out. So went in there to see Border Terriers, because I specifically wanted a Border Terrier. Went in there, and there was loads of Border Terriers, loads of that running out. I was so happy to see us. And I remember I was looking into researching how to choose a good puppy, right? And I was like, well, I want a puppy that's pretty chilled. So you do the exact opposite of what police do when they choose puppies. And they look for the most hyperactive, the most engaged, most... Wah. So, went in there, saw all these puppies running around, all of his brothers and sisters, funny enough. And we thought that was it, because I went there with my ex-fiancée. And she was like, oh, that one's nice. And I was like, no. You know, let's just calm down, let's just wait. And then this little dog with black markings, black fur, just plodded out. Just real slowly, just came out to see what was going on. And I was like, that little fucker. I want that little dog. Because he was a dude. Picked him up. I remember he literally fit on my thigh. He was so small. Bless him. He was the best thing ever. And he just couldn't really be bothered. He wasn't that interested. But yeah, he's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. So good. So chilled. So good. And that's how I met him. That's how it all, you know, happened. So then I went away to Prague on a little city break, and then when we came back, I went to pick him up, and the rest is history, basically. Found your car channel. So Steve Booken says, found your car channel last night, and I'm really enjoying the content over there. Good, man. I'm so glad. I'm glad you like the content. It's it's good. I like the content. I have a lot of fun with that. So I'm glad other people are liking it as well. So good. Good. I'm very glad. Sammy says, I was speaking to a mate in a pub about your AVP review video. He knew who you were too. You're famous. I'm definitely not famous. I'm literally a nobody. But I do appreciate, I've been recognised once or twice in the street, but I'm not. I am literally just a normal person. I'm a normal person, a normal dude. I talk to you like I'm a normal dude. And I like to keep it that way. I don't, there's people that are like, oh, I'm this, I'm a brand, I'm blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck off. You just literally, you're like everyone else. You're a normal person in front of a screen. I don't like, if you ever see me, come up and speak to me. I'm a normal guy. Come and have a conversation. Like, funnily enough, I had someone literally bump into me on a dog walk. And I went and said, look, let me take you out for a coffee. If you ever see me, 9 times out of 10, I will want to know about you. So if you ever see me, say hello, because I'll probably go and buy you a drink and have a conversation with you. I'm a normal guy. I'm literally just a normal dude. Not famous in any way. Loving the Jasper origin story. He's still most chilled. He is, isn't he? Well, I chose right, because I wanted a dog that was relaxed, and I got this. I got this. Super relaxed. Super relaxed. Grousey says, hey Mr. H, I was wondering what are the best weightlifting... Oh, Jasper, you right, mate? What's up with you, buddy? I was wondering what's the best weightlifting company out there for like dumbbells, plates, all of those, because I was looking to buy some adjustable dumbbells. Right, okay, so it's depending on what you're looking for, to be honest, mate. So you can get some good adjustable, actual just plate loaded adjustable dumbbells, which have like they're like a Bowflex rip off basically. You can get them relatively cheap on eBay, but I've had them and I've had to epoxy the plastic on the dumbbell together and on the plates and stuff, because I've got dumbbells from like 5 kilos up to 40 kilos, and they're not great. They broke within their first like 6 months, and I've had to continuously epoxy them back together. So honestly, from experience, I would genuinely recommend just buying a dumbbell rack. Right? Genuinely just invest in it. Pro plates in the UK is pretty good. They're very expensive, but I would recommend them. They're fixed dumbbells. If you've got the space, it's a dumbbell rack. You can get them up to a certain weight, but genuinely, like it's depending on how invested you are in working out. Like I've worked out every day for however many like decades now. So for me, it's worth the money. But if it's not worth the money for you, don't do it. But I would strongly advise against the Bowflex adjustable dumbbells, because at the end of the day, the plastic, which is a plastic lip, which creates like a clip that the adjuster clips into to hold the plate, they snap, and it's not worth it. Like I have epoxy in my cupboard ready to go the moment it breaks, because I'm just constantly fixing it again. So it's just not worth it, mate. It's not worth it, honestly. Genuinely not worth it. But it's up to you. There's my advice. You do what you want. Lost Soul Connection says, you seem like a cool dude to get a beer with. Always be you, sir. Thanks so much. That was actually one of the major things which came out when I did my New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, videos and stuff like that. Loads of people just like be you, blah, blah, blah. Just loads of people, the appreciation coming through is great. Like, genuinely, it's fantastic. It's a very humbling experience to me. Actually, a very humbling experience. I never expect. So I had a PO box before, and I never expected anyone to use this PO box because no one used it before. But people hounded me to do it, and I was like, I'll do it. Why not? I'll do it. And I did it, and I never expected anything to come through. And the stuff that's come through has just been just fucking incredible. Like, there's no other way to describe it. It's been actually fucking incredible. And it's not, the items themselves and the value of them, of course, is incredibly humbling. But it's not the value of the items that's humbling. It's the quantity of which people have wanted to send stuff through. That's the humbling thing. Obviously, the value of the items has a humbling effect as well, of course. But yeah, it's just been a great experience. So yeah. But yeah, no, I'll always be me, for sure. Cami Motorsport says, have you watched the recently released Rocky 4 Director's Cut? Yeah, yet. No, I haven't. I didn't know there was one, to be fair. I'd have to check that out. I would have to check that out, to be honest. Mr. H was ex-SAS and MI6. Normal dude is a front. He has saved the world numerous times and clapped many cheeks. He puts James Bond to shame. Fuck's sake. Mr. H live streams always go well before someone has to wreck things. The world's full of haters and jealous people, man. Always love your content and love for Datsuns. Mate, I love the Datsuns. Heath, I don't know if you're still here, mate, but I put the Nissan keyring on my Z keys, so I've got this is a little keyring that I bought for myself a while back, which is a Nissan 370Z, CNC'd out of metal. So I put the Nissan keyring on these. And then what I'm thinking of doing, I don't know if Heath's still here, but Heath sent me a massive package for Christmas, sent me a Christmas gift box basically for the PO box. But when I get their Pulsar keys back, because I'm doing loads of Nismo stuff on the Pulsar, because it's rally pedigree, it is racing pedigree, the Pulsar. So I consider that to be a fucking Nismo. I don't care what anyone says. People can go away. It's basically a Nismo because it is a car made for racing. That's the reason why they made those cars. I will be putting the Nismo keyring on my Pulsar keyring sets, just as an FYI for you, my dude. I thought you'd want to know that anyway, and you are here, so good. You have heard it. Good. Right, anyway. Joseph and Monica says, Mr. H, have you ever seen me? We better go for a drink because that means I've just come from Canada. Absolutely, 100%. Lee Prime says, was watching Car Nonsense back when you fixed the Subaru up. I'm not big into cars, but I love the whole process of seeing them come back to life. Yeah, the thing is, you don't have to be into cars to subscribe to my second channel. Like, it's personality, right? So if you enjoy this, you will honestly enjoy that channel. There's lots of chit-chatting. There's lots of me, my personality coming through. You will like that channel. Promise. So, yeah. Have I done a review on Terminated Sarah Connor Chronicles yet? No, I've not, actually. Larry Massive says, thanks for the content. Enjoyed your Hot Ones live stream. Was a major laugh. So you can all thank Al Humphreys for the Hot Ones live stream, because it was Al that actually sent me the Hot Ones sources. He was the only person to thank for that. Obviously, I ate the hot wings, but Al Humphreys is the guy that got the Hot Ones sources sent to me. So massive thanks to Al for that. They were good fun. I'm very intrigued to see what happens next year, or this year. I keep saying next year, this year with Hot Ones, to see what they change on the source roster. Just to see, see whether they do anything different, whether there's anything major changes on there. I'd definitely do it again. I would do that every year. I would do a Hot Ones challenge once a year, because the horses are really nice. They are genuinely really nice. But I'd be keen to try that once a year for sure. Monka Z says, this is for a beer on me and the Hellbound Heart. It was fantastic. Happy New Year from Texas. Well, nice to have you. My Texans here, my dude. I like Texas. I've been to Texas a few times. So I was in Houston, Texas, with the Deer Park Mall, I think it was called. And then there's a really cool gym called Monster Gym in Houston, Texas. And then I worked out of Galveston, Texas for a little bit. And I met the Houston Texan cheerleaders. They're fucking hot. And I got I had some photos with them as well. 2 of them. 3 of them? 2 of them or 3 of them? Can't remember. That was good fun. Yeah, Deer Park Mall. I think it was Deer Park Mall. Pretty certain it was Deer Park Mall. Anyway, whatever. Sammy says, your AVP review was so good. I appreciate your dry humour. You sound like Jez from Peep Show. Love the no nonsense vibe. Priceless. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, it's like people say I'm like this person from blah blah blah. It's a very British sense of humour. Like I'm pretty dry. I am pretty sarcastic, dry. Quite. Yeah, sarcastic and sort of dry is the humour, I guess. I like topical humour as well, but yeah, you know, I think it's a very British sense of humour, I guess. I'm sure other British people can chime in and say whether I'm right or wrong. Because a lot of people are like, oh, you have a sense of humour, you know, a bit like Ricky Gervais. I'm like, honestly, that is just quintessential British humour. That's how I look at it anyway. Sean says, Mr. H, what did you think of Da Bomb hot sauce? I think that's the one everyone hates on the show. So Da Bomb through to the last dab was just awful. There was a point at which my tongue stopped working, and you can watch the live stream when I did it. Like it becomes very difficult to talk, and yeah, it wasn't nice. At a certain point, it became very difficult. It became really, really difficult to talk. I wouldn't say it was nice. It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. Would I ever pop on the Real BBC featuring Nerdrotic as a mauler? Yeah, like, sure, if they ask me. I'm not going to ask them. It's if they want me on there. So you can ask them. Julio Fortes has become a channel member. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, man. Genuinely, really appreciate that. Kung Fu Hot Dog. Nice to have you on, dude. Happy New Year to you too. I prefer British humour and I'm a Yank. Good. I don't mind American humour, but I mean, I'm British, aren't I? So I'm going to obviously prefer British humour. Perfect Tragedy says the northeast US is getting a really bad snowstorm, up to 8 inches. Wow, that is bad, actually. The kind of humour that's communicated with a look as opposed to a word brings to mind the late, great Norm MacDonald. Yes. So at this point, it's like your taste buds have been destroyed. Yeah, honestly, the bomb and the last dab was really gross. It was not nice. But it became very difficult at a certain point. Yeah, it wasn't good. Mr. H, what do you recommend for a guy who just put his dog down from one dog lover to another? What do I recommend? So it's difficult, really. Like what do I recommend for someone that's just had to put their dog down? So you can never replace him, right? Like he is a personality. He is, has a soul. He has his own being. He has his own thoughts. He has his own mannerisms. He has his own routine. I could never imagine losing Jasper. And mark my words, when that horrible day comes around, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make videos. And I don't know how long it's going to take me to recover from that. Because that's the first thing I see in the morning. Jasper wakes me up every day. He comes in for cuddles and he wakes me up in the middle of the night. It's why I'm so tired. He wakes me up in the middle of the night because he wants to come and, sleep in my spot. It's one of those things that I couldn't imagine losing him, right? So if I had to have him put down for any reason, it'd be like, it's like a human. It's like a family. It is a family member at the end of the day. So it's not about replacing him, but it's also about maybe giving yourself new purpose. Like I always think to myself, like if I was going to get, if Jasper had to be put down, for instance, but I still had spare time, would I get another puppy? Probably not. But would I get a dog that needs rehoming from an animal shelter? Probably. Because I've got the spare time, I've got the love to give, and I've got, I can give a dog another lease of life. So I think my main advice from that would be is acknowledge the fact that you've lost something really close to you. Like you would have. It's a best friend, isn't it? It's, Jasper's my boy. Like it would literally be like losing a son. He's the best thing that's ever happened to me. This dog. And I don't know if it's the same for you. I don't know the circumstance, but I think the first step there would just be acknowledge how heartbreaking it is, because inevitably it would be. But then acknowledge that with that free time, you're not replacing something, but you could add to another dog's life and create a new companionship with another dog. And I think that's something which is good. You divert that grief away into giving another dog a lease of life. You know, because so many people opt to get puppies. And I got Jasper as a puppy, so I'm speaking from, you know, I'm not being a hypocrite here, because it's literally what I would want to do if Jasper was gone. So many people get puppies and they get them from a puppy and they live for a very long time, depending on the breed. But so many people then go to get another puppy. And I think that's slightly wrong, because you're trying to replace that dog, and that's not the right approach. I think acknowledge that the dog meant something to you, was a family member, a massive part of your life, and then give a lease of life to another dog, no matter what age. You know, go to an animal shelter, meet dogs, see what one you connect with, because you will connect with a dog. Like, you'll meet one and you'll go, that's the one, and give that dog another lease of life, because there's way too many dogs that have been abandoned, and they absolutely unequivocally need to, have a loving family again. So that would be my advice. Lost Soul Connection says, what was your fastest car you've ever owned? Also, you're funny as hell, bro. I appreciate that. So what was the fastest car I've ever owned? The Subaru was probably the fastest car I've ever owned. That was actually, it doesn't do it justice in any of the videos. That was a very fast car. Very fast car. Not slow at all. It was I had to get rid of it because the transmission was going to blow up. It was a ticking time bomb. But the next one, which will be the fastest car, will be the Pulsar. When that comes back from all of its work and its tuning and stuff, that will be the fastest car I've owned, because it'll be like 350 horsepower. It's not super fast, but it'll be the torque. So it'll be the 0 to 60 will be faster than the Z, and it'll probably be, and the Z's 0 to 60 is like 5.1 seconds, but it'll be faster than the Z, and it'll have faster 0 to 60 than what the Subaru had, which is faster than the Z anyway. So yeah, there you go. Daniel Hooper says, thank you guys. Happened a couple of hours ago. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Mate, honestly, I'm really, really sorry that's happened to you. There is nothing that I can say which will stop that pain at all. There is nothing that will stop that pain. But like I said, I think at the end of the day, I would just, divert that attention away into another. You're not replacing it, but you've got, space and love to give to another animal. So I would say, go to an animal shelter. That's what I would say, Daniel, my dude. No, you're not brought a shit vibe at all. These streams are, I like the diversity that comes through on these streams, diversity in questions and what people want. My personal advice on it. Always fascinates me that people would want my advice on something so personal to them, and it's a very humbling experience. Like someone asked about how to get out of a rut and depression and stuff like that. So I do genuinely, there's no wrong questions here on the stream, so please don't feel like you couldn't ask any questions. You can ask any questions. And as well, Daniel, my dude, is that not only me answering the questions, you'll have everyone in the chat looking to support you as well. And that's important. We have a very good community here. Very, very good community. And that's part of it. So, yeah, please do feel like you can say anything. Because you can. Despite the odd little cunt that drops in here and there, it is an open forum for discussion. And people are very kind here on these streams. And that's the way I like to keep them, Like, I like to keep them like this. They're very good. Dung is Fun says, what movie scared you as a kid? Mine was The Thing by John Carpenter. And why did it scare you? Right, okay, so I don't know, I don't know. I remember watching Hellraiser as a kid, but that didn't scare me. I remember that specifically not scaring me. And I remember watching Predator as well. That didn't scare me. I thought those things were cool. And this is not from me. It's what I was told, was that I could discern the difference. So I knew ultimately that it was not real, if that makes sense. So there wasn't a lot that actually scared me, to be honest. You'd think those would scare you, but they didn't. John Carpenter's The Thing is a pretty big one, though, to be fair. So I guess maybe that would... Yeah, I don't remember that scaring me either. Amy says The Grudge scared me a lot. Yeah, The Grudge. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Marshmallow, my dude. I haven't had a chance to personally thank you, but thank you so much for your Christmas gifts. I genuinely appreciate that. The one has just arrived from Korea. I've not had a chance to open it yet because obviously I do them in a video, and I've not had any other things come through for the PO box yet. So yes, but thank you so much for the Christmas gifts, dude. Because I hope you watched the live stream playback on Christmas Eve anyway, because I opened them all up there. And massively thoughtful gift, so thank you so much, Marshmallow, my dude. Timothy Wolf says, cheers, Happy New Year, thank you for the content on both channels. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the content. Oh, Mike, 3 months to get double needle crafted or I'm sacked. If I have to get it, I'll go for another mandatory needlecraft job with higher pay. Yeah. So I'm actually in a bit of a predicament myself, is that I've just had my wedding invites through from my friend in Florida. And I don't know whether I can even go there now. I think I have to be like triple vaccinated to fly and to go to the States. So I don't know whether I'll be able to go there. So I'm at a bit of a dilemma because it's in March. I could probably get 2, maybe a 3rd vaccine by then. But I don't particularly want to. So I'm at a bit of a crossroads here. I need to probably just stand by, what I personally believe in. And rather than succumb to the sort of worldwide pressure of it all. And again, it's no issue with anyone that does get jabbed up and vaccinated. I don't have any issues with anyone. But for me and how my life works, I simply have no reason to. Currently, I literally just don't. I live alone. I work alone. Like I don't need to. So I'm at a bit of a crossroads, really. I'm at a bit of a difficult dilemma with it all. Chloe says, I remember watching Alien as a kid with my parents. I cannot to this day watch the chestburster scene. It makes my chest hurt. Bless you. That's quite sweet. And that's not condescending. It's not meant to be condescending. Alien's an incredible film. It's so good. And side note as well, I spoke to Nick about playing the Alien game, the board game. We're probably going to play that and film it and release it on the channel because I think that'd be good fun. Samuel John says, Miss H, what's your thoughts on Australian comedy compared to British? Hurry up and watch Jimmy Reese. I'm banging on about him. You are banging on about him. So I've watched a few Australian comedians. They're about on par. They're a little bit more leery, but they're about on par with British comedians, I think, personally. So yeah, they're pretty good, to be fair. Kung Fu Hot Dog says, H, a genuine YouTuber with manners and no BS. How many times do you lift weights per week? And do you still enjoy it? Looking forward to Jasper's Kitchen. Well, first and foremost, that's very kind of you, dude. I genuinely do appreciate that. So I lift weights typically 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And then I do cardio as well, Monday through Friday. Sometimes at the weekend, depending on how I can be bothered. Sometimes the Monday through Friday goes, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and I take Wednesday's day off, depending on what point in the programming I'm at. But it's normally like 5 days a week that I train. Do I still enjoy it? Yeah, I do. But that's because I do careful programming, right? So I do... I will do periodization programming. So I'll do, ramp up to loads of strength training and I'll do loads of hypertrophy training. So it varies quite a lot. And I'm on like a 4-5 week program cycles. So like, do 5 weeks on a certain cycle of programming. I say cycle, loads of people will think I'm talking about exogenous hormones. And then I'll change. So the program will change again. And keeping it as varied as possible allows me to stay as interested in it as when I first started training. But do I enjoy it as much as I did when I first started training? No, probably not. But it's just something I do, and I do enjoy it. And the key to that, I think as well, at the end of the day, like once you've been training as long as I have, which is, a really long time now, because people are like, oh, you on blah, 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 and all this kind of crap. I'm like, mate, I've been training for fucking years, son. Like, this is a long time to get to this point. You need to change up the routines quite regularly as well. Not only for progress and gains, but also for your own mental stability. And I'm glad you're looking forward to Jasper's Kitchen, my dude. I'm glad. Nice to have you on. Like I said, I watched your Batman trailer breakdown. I commented anyway, didn't I? So, yeah. Mike Hunt says, is fighting Needlecraft a fight worth fighting? Yeah, I think so, because loads of people keep dying from heart attacks. I think so. I don't know, like, it's difficult. It's not my place to advise, right? Like, I've made a personal choice that I don't see the point in getting it at this point in time. I think currently we're dealing with a strain which has been proven to be, like, non-lethal at this point in time. I don't think it's killed anyone at this point. And I think, if anything, that indicates that the world is, we're coming out the tail end of it. Like, that's the point. The thing about science is people think it's very black and white, but scientists don't unilaterally agree on everything, right? It's not universal agreement on everything. There are some individuals, I think it was coming out of Israel, that were like, yeah, we should probably not do this fourth vaccine because at the end of the day, we think it will stop the body's ability to produce its own immunity to this issue. The body becomes lazy if you're providing it with everything it needs, right? So one of the major issues if you do exogenous hormones is your body won't produce your own hormones. And it's a similar concept that these scientists were positing to do with this fourth vaccine booster situation. So I think at the end of the day, like if you're coming through the tail end of something which is now considered to be non-lethal, or at the very least, very, very low risk of being lethal, I think you should really think quite carefully about whether this is something that you should take, especially when there is, enough evidence out there that, there are heart problems that have come out, right? So I don't know, like I think it's definitely worthwhile considering it at the very least. I would never advise anyone to take it, and I'd never advise anyone not to take it. It's not my place to at the end of the day. I can only tell you my reasons for not doing it, but I would never belittle anyone for doing it, and I would never judge anyone for doing it. At the end of the day, that's why you have personal autonomy of your own body. There are some people in this chat that personally messaged me and said, absolutely, I'm taking this booster. More for you, like 100% more for you. If you can still sit there and say, I'm taking this, and then sit down with me whilst I'm saying no, and you can be fine with me, good. You've got good moral structure there. You're a normal person, You're a good normal person, as opposed to the normalcy that's seeped into civilization and society today just made everyone a douchebag. So, good. There you go. There's my thoughts. Marshmallow says, you're welcome, Mr. H. There was supposed to be 2 notes. The other note read, Dave Allen is one of my all-time favourite comedians, and I do sincerely hope you enjoy it. I never got that. That's weird. There was supposed to be 2 notes. Sorry, my dude. Sorry about that. Mr. H, do I like Biden? No, not really. I'm very confused currently with the sort of denial that's happening with the US populace. Like, it's very clear that he's not right at the moment. He doesn't look like he doesn't look very stable at the moment. If you're looking to people were looking to impeach Trump over, his kind of rants and ravings and stuff like that. And sure, fine, that's what you wanted to do. No worries. But if those same people that are looking at Biden and going, yeah, he's fine, there's nothing wrong with him. Come on. Like there looks to be very, like he looks like he needs a nap and just to be given Jello or something. So I don't know him, so I can't not like him. But I think that there's I think there should be a serious concern over his ability to be a president. Quite frankly, just from his interviews and the way he handles himself. And again, it's not to say that this is not a slant on political nature in any way, shape or form. Like, I'm not talking about the political party behind him, Democrats or anything like that. I don't give a shit. But if you're going to say that, Trump needed to be impeached because of his rants and ravings, yeah, fine. but equally so, you in the same breath, if that's something that you agree with, you can't then look at Biden and say he's fine, because he looks like he's like a brain cell away from falling apart, you know. But anyway, Mike Hunt says a person with good genetics will build a better physique, natty and half-assed than a person with poor genetics on gear, training hard for health. Yeah, I agree. Train for health, absolutely. Neil Cuckman, like my game. Brilliant. Oh dear, oh dear. Jay says, exactly, man, who cares? You got nothing to fear if you're vaccinated. Yeah, I don't, I don't care. It's not. Hey, Mr. H. Wen, think tank macrocosm. You jumped in behind. I don't know what you're talking about now, mate. Sorry. Mr. H, how do you feel about Mr. H? He's a Chad who does horror vids and works on cars. I think he's fine. I like cars. He gets my approval. What no graphics says, second Christmas and New Year on my own after my parents passed. Just want to say thanks for the streams on days like this, fella. Mate, that's incredibly sad. That is incredibly sad. So, for those that don't know, like this year, I sort of went off the rails a little bit. Like I wasn't here for a little bit. Like members didn't get their playthroughs. I didn't do live streams. I was very up and down, and that's because I, had a death. My effectively what was my mother, my foster mother, one of, but predominantly what I could probably call a family. My foster mother died, and yeah, so I'm not gonna say I know how you feel, because I don't. At the end of the day, like, it's different, isn't it? Losing two parents as opposed to one. The psychology of only having one person, and there's so many variables. I can't say I know how you feel, but I can say I empathise with you for sure. So I'm just glad that I can do these streams for you all. I'm very happy that I can do these streams for you all. I'm glad. I literally do the streams on Christmas Eve and the streams on either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I do for you, as well as myself, because I do enjoy them. But the Christmas Eve stream is a means of me giving back to you guys. Like, I want to, that's the reason why it goes live again on Christmas Day, is to give something, some long form content for you guys. It's the reason why I did that fucking insanely long Hellbound Heart novella, which took me fucking 9 hours to make. And do you know what I mean? Like, I do those things because I know that people will inevitably be alone. I myself have spent many Christmas alone, and it's not nice. Like, as much as people put a big, they put that big chest up and they're like, yeah, it's fine. It's not. Creeping in the back of your mind is a certain niggling thing where you just go, fuck this. You have to treat it like a normal day, because if you don't treat it like a normal day, you'll get sad. There's so many things, and I do those things to give back. So I'm glad you liked it. Good. Dungan's Fun says, watch Biden talk 10 years ago and look at him now. Yeah, exactly. And again, I don't care. Like, I've not got any investment either way. So people always say that I'm right wing, and I'm not. Like, I'm firmly what would be considered in the UK, different to the US, a classical liberal. So I'm very much down the line, right? Maybe slightly right-leaning liberal, but I'm very down the line. And if you ask me what I think of Boris Johnson, I think he's a fucking dipshit at the moment. I hate him. You ask me what I think of Keir Starmer, Labour leader, left-wing leader. I think he's a fucking dipshit. I think this whole political spectrum needs to be lifted and just burned to the ground at this point in time, because the two-party system in the UK and two-party system in the States is a fucking joke. Like, there needs to be serious upheaval. And this is the thing, like, people shout on Trump, right? But at the very least, what he had, and what I think what we need in the UK is an individual that is... So in the UK, like Keir Starmer, Boris Johnson, all of the people that are MPs, generally speaking, they're brought up in the same circles, they've gone to the same schools, they all know one another, they're all chums, right? They're all friends. They're all part of this sort of elitist mentality. And the beauty of what Trump was in the States was he was outside of that elitist mentality of the very political, the party political and the career politicians. Because he had made his career already. He wasn't a career politician because he had a career. And I think that's what we needed in the UK is an individual, not a Trumpian-esque individual, but an individual and a party that comes out of absolutely nowhere, very liberal-minded, comes down straight down the line. Because Conservatives at the moment in the UK are basically Labour. Like fucking Green New Deal, fucking Great Reset, fucking, what the hell are they doing? No one voted for Conservatives to have all this garbage. Like, no one wants this. We don't want you to ban cars, you fucking idiots. Like, what are you doing? And that's what I mean. Like, so that, not to get too political about it all, but that's why I think, yeah, whatever. I've said enough. Perfect Tragedy says, your vampire film, period piece or modern day? Modern day. It will be modern day. Lost Soul Connection says, Mr. H, would you own a Tesla? Or is that blasphemy? I don't have anything against Teslas, personally. Nick is due to be getting a Tesla through his work, which is fine. Like, it'll be interesting. I will drive his Tesla and see whether I enjoy it or not. But like, I drive for fun, so I don't really need to get a Tesla, if that makes sense. I don't need an electric car, because I just drive for fun. I'd be really annoyed if I get forced into it. If all my combustion engines get like mandated out, that'd piss me off. Because I just drive for fun. So yeah. Keir sits on the fence, Starmer. Yeah. Absolutely. What people need to understand is that the government looks out for itself. They put themselves first before the people, no matter who we vote for, left or right. Yeah, I agree. Right, ladies and gents, I am going to skedaddle. So I'm going to disappear now. Been streaming for nearly 2.5 hours, so I'm going to disappear. I hope you enjoyed this. This is the first stream of 2022, which is mental to say. Please do follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at MrHReviews. You'll find links to that in the description box. If you enjoyed this stream, consider becoming a member of the channel. There's a link to that in the video description. And also consider becoming a patron. There are benefits to it all. So, consider supporting further. You don't have to, but it'd be good if you did, because YouTube's not the greatest, and it does go a long way to helping out. But what a fantastic first stream of 2022. Big things happening this year, both in movies and here on this channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Love you all. You're all awesome people. So thank you so much. Also, just as an FYI, my Twitter DMs are now open. If you do want to drop in and shoot me messages here and there, I do read them. Don't reply to all of them, but my Twitter DMs are open now. I lifted that a while back, so you can shoot me messages. The Emperor of Mankind drops in just quickly before we disappear with £10. It's Happy New Year all. Hope this one is better. I agree. Love the Hellbound Heart. Read through 3 hours. 3 hours well spent. Keep the content coming, mate. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you dropping in. Thank you. Take care.